What's up, everyone? On this special Cinco de Mayo episode of Something New here in the Teeqlife Basement Bar, we are trying Suavecito Tequila. And it is rumored to be the smoothest tequila in the world. We're going to find out if their Blanco and the Reposado kind of live up to that. Watch this episode. What's up, everyone? I'm Don Ferguson, and welcome back to another episode of Something New here in the Teeqlife Basement Bar, where we try liquors from around the world. So if this seems like your thing, or you just like drinking a lot like me, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn the notification bell on so you don't miss any future episodes. Okay, on this episode, we are trying not one, but two tequilas. Two from Suavecito Tequila, their Blanco and their Reposado. While I grab my tasting cups, here's some of the particulars about this brand. So owner Bill Foss, back in 2002, bought an agave farm in Mexico, obviously, and he was going to be an agave farmer for, I guess, like agave nectar, syrups, different things like that, which was becoming very popular at the time. 2008 brought around a recession here in America, and it changed the complexity and the dynamic of the entire world. So it did, in fact, impact Mexico. So what was he going to do? He couldn't sell the agave. He was having a hard time. Well, he decided to make some tequila. The world's smoothest tequila. Took years to create this specific recipe, but that's where we're at. And now, today, we have Suavecito Tequila. Okay, let's talk about the particulars of Suavecito Tequila. The world's smoothest, or that's what they say. That's their tagline. It's NAM 1110, so 1110. It is mountain-grown agave. So the agave is grown at 7,000 feet in the Jalisco Mountains. It's twice distilled, and what's really interesting is that they add agave nectar back in after distillation. So it gives it a sweeter, smoother profile. At least that's what they're going for. And it's 2% agave nectar that is added back in. So that's where you're going to get those sweet tones. Let's go to the tasting. Alright, I got my tasting flutes, so it's time to dive in and try and see if this is actually the smoothest tequila in the world. We're going to start off with the Blanco. Now, if you know anything about me, and really the way to drink tequila or sip tequila is starting off at the Blanco. The Blanco is the purest form of tequila, and then you get the color and the flavor tones by resting it in different barrels, different casks. So, this is a tight one. Woo! And yes, we're going to start off with their Blanco. Now, their Blanco is only 70 proof, and I think that's probably why, as I try to put this, you know what, we're just going to leave it open for now. It is a tight one, but it is 70 proof, and I think that is because they add that agave nectar back into it. I don't know, I could be wrong. I know a little bit about tequila, but that could be it. Right off the bat, I'm not getting much alcohol, so that's a good sign. Because you really don't want that. You don't want to burn your eyelids off when you're getting the aromas, when you're doing a nosing, as they call it. And yeah, it's very subtle. I'm getting some slight agave. I'm getting some vanilla. Interesting. It's not overpowering. It's very mellow. It's very balanced. This is not chilled, and sometimes, you know, typically with a Blanco, we're going to chill it, but I don't like to chill it. I just kind of like to drink it straight up. So, salud. So I swish it around because I want to coat my entire palate. Right off the bat, yes, it is absolutely sweet. It is very smooth. I'm not getting much pepper. There's a little bit of that kick or that spice at the back end, but quite honestly, it's not a lot. And there are some out there, I call it the scrunchy face, where people will do a shot and then they make that face, you know, maybe grab a lemon, lime, orange, kumquat, I don't know, whatever you want to do. But to me, it is very smooth. It's got something else to the aroma, almost like fig, like really interesting. I'm not saying like fig Newtons, but it's some sort of fruit. It's very light, has a citrus tone to it, sweet, floral. In a way, it almost reminds me of Casa Dragones. So Casa Dragones is a pretty premium brand of tequila that's kind of pricey. And it really does. It reminds me of that. It's got almost a minty type finish. And I bet if I chilled it, it would bring a little bit more of that out. Especially the citrus, a little bit of that mintiness. You know, I can see this with an ice cube for maybe people that are getting into tequilas and, you know, don't like the peppery tequilas. This might be a really good kind of route to choose to kind of open you up and kind of get invested into trying agave products, specifically tequila. Now it is, once again, only 70 proof, so it's not the full 80, but sweetness. It's definitely got a sweet profile to it, and I'm sure that's from the agave nectar that's added back in. We are going to move these to the side. I got a little bit of the Blanco left, but before we get into the Reposado, we are going to look at the bottle design, and it's actually really nice. They have agave down here, imprinted, ingrained in the bottle. On the back, the government warning is etched in. Very nice look, but what I like about it is it's easy to hold. And a lot of your tequila brands, they're kind of boxy, they're a little obnoxious, and I'm a big tequila fan, but they're just kind of heavy sometimes and a little bit difficult to hold and pour. So I do like the fact that this is extremely easy to hold and handle, and then on the shelf it doesn't take up a lot of room. Really good point. And we're going to see if this one is as tight. Okay, this comes out a little bit easier, which is really good. And we are going to pour so that way we can let it breathe. Now again, this is 70 proof, and I'm just kind of seeing a trend here that it could be because of adding that agave nectar back in. So even though it's 70 proof, we'll do some nosing, talk a little bit about it. Now I'm interested and intrigued because it's aged 6 to 8 months in whiskey barrels. So very excited about that. I love when it's not just your generic American white oak. So not bad. Beautiful color. It's like an amber, a golden, I would say medium straw, a little bit light, not as dark and not as light as some of the Reposados. Now it is aged 6 to 8 months, so not an overpowering aroma. There's not really a lot going on. I do get a little bit of wood and just a touch of spice on the back end. Not much at all, really. Let's see. Let's taste. Sweet. You're getting a lot of sweetness from it. As we kind of change from the Blanco to the Reposado, it's reminding me of Cava de Oro, which is another kind of a desserty tequila that has a sweeter profile, sweet agave. With theirs, yeah, there's that agave nectar in it, so that's definitely going to provide some sweetness, but this is incredibly smooth. I'm not going to lie whatsoever. There is no spice, kick, heat, anything on the back end. This is crazy smooth. Absolutely no doubt about it. So, as I take another drink, if you enjoy a super smooth tequila, good Lord, this one is, there's nothing. There is nothing on the back end. Now I'm getting a little bit of wood. What's interesting is there's a fruity, and I'm from Michigan. We are known for our cherries, and I almost have like a cherry. I'm wondering if that's from the actual casks or the barrels. I don't know. This sips like a sweet whiskey. It truly does. A little bit of that wood. You know, you're getting the sweet agave. There's somewhat of a slight whiskey finish. Almost like a sweeter tone whiskey / bourbon. Maybe a tiny bit of caramel. Vanilla. This really is outrageously smooth. Alright, we tried both of them, and that wraps up another episode of Something New here in the Teeqlife Basement Bar, where Suavecito Tequila, named, self-proclaimed, the smoothest tequila in the world. It is really smooth. It's flavorful. It's actually pretty good. I can see myself sitting out there and enjoying a lot of this Reposado. This Blanco would blend phenomenally in your margaritas or a Paloma, something like that. But this is definitely a sipper, and I would say it's a good entry into really, really getting into tequilas. And we're going to do a special guest, special announcement. We also have the Añejo and the Extra Añejo, which is a little bit different in their presentation with this leather bound, but we'll talk about them at another time. But that just means, you know, another tasting of Suavecito is coming. But I am going to finish the rest of this Reposado, have a little bit more of the Blanco. I'm going to chill it. Be sure to follow us on social media, Instagram, Facebook, the Twitter. Subscribe to the Teeqlife YouTube channel, and if there's something that you feel deserves to be here for a tasting, reach out to us. You can do that all from their website, teeqlife.com. Until then, I'm going to finish up, have some more, and we'll see you on another episode very soon. Salud. Oh, you've watched to the entire end? You're one of those. So let's reward you with a Teeqlife truth. Tequila is made from agave. You can make a lot of things out of agave. Mezcal, sotol, raicilla. However, did you know you can actually make silk from agave? Very true. So in Morocco, they actually use agave to create silk. And the silk that's created from agave is very close to traditional silk. It's actually shiny and extremely strong and popular. So that's another thing that you can do with agave. It's a fact. Look it up. See you soon.